Welcome back. Let's dive right into the deep end. It's been an agonizing mystery for a year now in Kitsap County.
Yeah, who hit and killed 35-year-old Robert Rathvon? It happened off State Route 3 on the off-ramp to Finn Hill in Poulsbo, sometime between December 8th and 9th. Joining the conversation now is Kathryn and Will, Rob's parents, and Jim Fuda of Crime Stoppers of Puget Sound. First off, thank you all for joining us. I know this can't be an easy thing to talk about.
No.
Yeah. Thank
well,
you, Steve and Tyrah. I'm sorry, Tyrah.
That's okay, no worries. And today we have Kelly here with us as well, in for Steve. So first off, Kathryn, just tell us about your son, Robert, and who he was.
Oh my gosh. He loved life. He just really loved life. He loved engaging in learning and learning about people. One thing that I think most people say about him is how he would really focus and stare at their eyes and listen to what they had to say. He was really interested in other people. He was a loving, loving person to all, and he was very non-judgmental and just really loved life. He loved learning. He loved learning about people and cultures and physics and philosophy and flying, of course. Yes.
Yeah, we're just seeing a whole bunch of pictures of him there with different planes and a whole bunch of other people too, so we can tell how much you really care about him. Will, there are a lot of unanswered questions about the night your son was hit and killed. Can you walk us through what we do know about his last hours and also some of those things we don't know right now?
Well, I think, I can tell you a little bit about what we do know. I mean, it's really pretty much in the hands of the detectives as well. I think we did have his cell phone records and some video footage of him, as he left his dinner place and was walking. I think he was walking home to see some shops. He went there for Christmas shopping. He was going to do that in the morning, so I think he walked by some shops, but he did wander off, and we're trying to understand kind of how all that happened. And his cell phone records and footage shows him in specific locations, but there are large gaps in between. All we know then is that he was, on the highway that where a car or a vehicle of some sort hit him. And it was dark, it was rainy, almost snowing, and visibility was very, very poor, and there were no other cars around. So it was a pretty isolated location. And that's really all we know. We know he was hit somewhere around 12:30 or 1 in the morning, but his body wasn't found until 8:30 in the morning. So there's quite a gap of time that we just don't have that much information. Have a little bit of information about the vehicle, but not a lot of evidence at this stage. So it's pretty, from an evidence perspective, it's pretty dire, and that was the purpose that we wanted to be on this show, to be able to ask people for some help.
Yeah, it must be so frustrating not having all of the answers, but hey, we're here to help you get your message out and some of the things you just shared with us. And so, Jim, I want to bring you into the question now, into the conversation, I should say. The reward for information leading to an arrest is now at $26,000. Would you say that these types of rewards work for Crime Stoppers, and what happens once a viable tip comes in?
Yeah, when a tip does come in, we give that directly to the detective investigating this. Now, how Crime Stoppers pays $1,000 for bank robberies and homicides, and the family has kicked in the other money in hopes of turning some allegiance to somebody. Somebody knows who did this, and we're looking for somebody to come forward anonymously, to help the detectives put some of the pieces together, so we can get an arrest and a charge on somebody and get some closure for the family.
This one is for Will or for Kathryn or both of you. What do you want people to know about Rob's life and Rob's legacy? Perhaps a message out there for anyone who might know what happened but is hesitant to come forward.
Right. Someone somewhere knows something, and it would be really wonderful if they helped our family and all his loved ones, if they came forward. And it must be eating them alive as well. You know, someone knows something, so please come forward. And, you know, Rob was such a forgiving, loving person. He would definitely want us to forgive the person or the people that, you know, hit him and knows something and is not coming forward. He would want us to forgive them, and we do indeed. We dug deep into our hearts to forgive the people. That being said, I think it would be very healing for his family as well as all his loved ones if they did come forward. And I think it would also be healing for them, because it must be eating at them that they have not come forward to share information. Please help us with this mystery and help us obtain some closure on this mystery.
And Will, did you have anything you wanted to add?
Not from, I think Robbie's life is precious, and I think everybody's life is. So, but I think we've had a lot of support, and I think just a message from kind of what we learned from this is how much family really matters, and how much family support really matters. So I think that comes out of it, and we've had fantastic support from the detectives. I think they're overworked and probably underpaid for all they do, and the detective that's working on this job for us is really taking it to her heart, I think, and we're quite satisfied with the work. So this is not information that can't be found because of the people who are working the case. It's just there's just not a lot of clear-cut evidence available.
All right, well, we'll keep watching, but Will, Kathryn, Jim, all of you, thank you so much for joining the conversation today.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Of course, and thank you for your vulnerability there. It's very big and powerful of Robert's parents to be forgiving.
I know.
You know, and what a message to encourage other people to come forward. If you know something, say something.
Particularly between those hours of about 1 to 8.
Yeah.
Sounds like that's where kind of the key timeline is kind of missing of what involved in that time period. So we'll stay on top of this case, and hopefully they get some tip that can lead to something.
For sure, and some closure for
Yeah.
sure down the line. Well, they are